Hi everybody, Siobhan Carey here. I'm about to take you guys through a yoga flow perfect for before bed brought to you by Now. I have you guys come down to a seated position and then just go ahead and roll all the way on down to your back. Or to make yourself just comfortable on the ground. Bring your knees just gently in towards your chest to begin. And then lower your feet down to the floor, finding a butterfly pose, Supta Baddha Konasana. As you land there, bring one hand to your belly, and then one hand right on top of your heart, your chest. Now, this sequence is meeting you guys at the end of the day, so I want you to just tune into yourself right here, right now, and letting whatever the rest of your day held exist off of your mat. Just meet yourself right here in a position of stillness and tune into your breath. It might feel good to close down your eyes and let your attention rest inwards. Lengthen your breath. Inhaling. And take one more sip of air at the top. And exhale really slowly. Continue to guide your breath in through your nose and clear it out through the nose. Take 2 more rounds of breath on your own. Begin to open your arms side to side, maybe open your eyes as well, and just plant your feet on the ground to the edges of your mat and let your knees rock right to left. As your knees move side to side, take your gaze the opposite direction. Knees move left and gaze moves right. Move slowly through these windshield wipers, letting the knees get heavy on both sides and your shoulders stay flush with the floor. Even yourself out, just catching both sides. And then begin to draw the knees up and in towards your chest. Create some momentum here. Let's rock forwards and backwards. And then meet me all the way up in a seated position. Just cross your shins and bring your hands right to your knees. Take a full breath in and draw your chest forward as you let your shoulders draw back. Then exhale, let's catch with the hands, lean into the back body. A couple seated cat-cows like that. Take a deep breath in, draw your heart forward, let your chin lift. Then exhale, drop back, lean back. Another round like that. Breathe in and breathe all the way out. And just come up through the center here and rock backwards again. And let's rock up to a standing forward fold this time. So take a couple rocks, then lower your feet down to the floor and let yourself fold forward and down over the legs. Bend your knees a generous amount here and grab for your elbows. Sway yourself right to left and notice the weight of your body just shifting slightly side to side. And shift the weight of your body forwards and backwards a few times. Let your head hang heavy. And just practice relaxing right here for a moment. Release your hands down to the floor. Take a halfway lift, get strong through your core. And exhale, fold into your legs. Fill up with breath as you come all the way on up to standing. Reach your arms up and over your head. And exhale, draw your hands to your heart center. Deep breath in, big breath out. Just come home to yourself right here. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, lift those arms back up overhead and fold forward. In a halfway lift with a breath. And just walk right back to high plank pose. And lower all the way down to your belly. It might feel good to use the knees right here as you slowly release your chest to the floor. And just prop up onto your elbows, coming to a sphinx pose. Take a moment to let your head lift, draw your shoulders back, and let that right ear gently rock over to the right shoulder. Some subtle little nods of your chin up and down. Just explore left side of your neck, upper back, and bring your head right back through the center and gently over to the other side. Some little movement up and down. Bring your head up through the center, inhale. And exhale, lower yourself all the way down to the floor. Press up to your hands and your knees from there, all fours. Spread your fingers out wide. Bring your left knee a little bit in towards the center and start to pick up your right knee. And I want you to just take some really big circles into that right leg. Moving your thigh all the way up in your hip. And take a strong kick of the right foot all the way over to the right side. Flex your toes. One deep breath in. And exhale, swing your right leg over to the left side of your mat. And just lower the ball of your foot down to the floor. Look over your left shoulder and start to breathe a deep breath into the right side of your body. Full inhale and exhale. Now cross your right knee right behind your left knee and just drop your hips back and down, just as far as you can go. So it might be like halfway back or all the way back. Direct your breath to the back of your body, deep inhale and big exhale. Lift up to all fours, unwrap your right leg and just lower it down at the back of your mat. You're gonna lift up and back to a down dog from there. So both feet on the floor, pedal them out a little bit here, and reach and lift your right leg up and back. Bend your right knee and lift that hip up and over. Full breath in. And exhale, step your right foot outside of your right hand and just place your left knee down to the mat. I'm gonna take the left shin behind you and then walk your hands on a diagonal to the upper left corner. See if you can let that right knee widen, create a little bit of space in your inner thigh. And just continue to breathe. Remember your breath. Bring it along with you in every single shape. And walk your hands around to the front of your mat. And we'll just tuck the left back toes under here for a gentle twist. You can walk the right foot more in towards the center. Go full inhale. And a big exhale. Stretch your right arm up and over your head. Deep breath in. And lower that right hand on down to the floor. I'm going to step that left knee right behind your right ankle. We're going to land just in a setup for a seated spinal twist here. So lower your sit bones down to the ground. Then grab hold of your right ankle. See if you can bring it a little closer to the hip. And then here, we'll bring the right hand behind your back as you take that left arm on up. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Let's twist over to the right side. Catch an inhale in your spine, so really lengthen up. And exhale, try to open towards the back of the room. Tension on your breath here, big breath in, and empty it out slowly. Inhale to unwind, and just lower your hands to the left side of your mat. Just a gentle bend of those elbows, a counter twist. Roll back through the center. We're just going to unwrap those legs to the back of your mat. Step back to a high plank pose. Pause there for a moment. Deep breath in. And exhale, we'll lower all the way down to the floor again. Prop up onto your elbows. Sphinx pose, round 2 here. Just settle in the middle. See if you can really lengthen your heart forward. The top of your head, reach up high. Deep breath in. And empty and lower down to the floor. Press up to all fours again, hands and knees. Align those knees right underneath your hips. And we'll walk the right one a little bit more in towards the center. Pick up the left leg and circle out into that side, just like you're tracing a huge O in the air. And take a kick of your left foot over to the left side of the room, strong flex in those toes, and swing your left leg over to the right side. Lower the ball of the foot down to the floor. Big breath into your left lung. And empty out. Cross your left knee behind your right. And just gently start to lower your hips back and down. A little bit less forcing here. And just think about relaxing and softening into this shape. On a breath in, start to rise up to your palms and just step the left foot to the back of your mat, downward facing dog. Step the right foot back as well. Pause in your down dog for a moment. Let your head hang heavy. And start to lift your left leg up and back. Bend your knee and lift your hip up and over. Take a deep breath in. And step the left foot outside of your left palm and lower your back right knee down. Swing your right shin over to the left side and take those hands on a walk to the upper right corner. You can lengthen through the side bodies as you stretch your hips back behind you. Remember to breathe. Inhale and exhale. Bring the hands back around to the center. And just right shin to the back of your mat. Start to tuck those toes under. Toe heel the left foot more to the middle. And gently twist open to the left side. Reach your left arm up. Get big with the breath. Inhale. And exhale, left arm up and over your head. Lower your left hand down to the ground. Set up for a seated spinal twist. So just hop that right knee behind your left ankle and lower your hips down. It takes a moment to kind of wiggle into this one. So maybe come to more to the center of your mat and bring that left heel towards your right outer hip. Lower your left hand back behind you like an anchor. And inhale your right arm up. Exhale, begin to twist over to the left side. Witness your breath here. See if it can take you just a little bit higher into the spine. So inhale to the top of your head. And exhale, rotate. Breathe in deeply and empty out completely. Inhale to unwind over to the right side. Counter twist, lower the hands, gentle bend in those elbows. Lift back up through the center and step back to downward facing dog. Both hands at the front of your mat and lift your hips up and back. And slowly walk your feet all the way forward to your hands and just come right down to a seated position. Lower your hips and kick your legs forward. As you set up for the seated forward fold, bend your knees a bit and then try to get right onto the tops of your sit bones. So tilt your pelvis a little forward and inhale, take your arms all the way up. And exhale, without straightening those legs out, start to fold forward and down over them. Well, some of us might have a little bit more space here, so if it feels all right to straighten those legs, your hamstrings, starting to talk to you too much, then go ahead and lengthen them out long. Breathe in here. And breathe out. Find some depth in your forward fold. And 2 more deep breaths. Inhale. And exhale. This last round, take it a little longer. Inhale. 1 more sip of air at the top. And empty out, folding in. Inhale, lift back up to a seat. And we'll set up Tadasana here. So soles of the feet together. It's like a really wide butterfly pose, some space between your heels and your hips. And instead of keeping a flat, long back, what I want you to do is actually just allow yourself to round forward. If you have a block or a prop, a pillow, it might feel nice to stack it right on the feet here, or you can just let your forehead come towards the soles of your feet. Send your breath to the back of your body. Fill up the backside of your ribs. Inhale. And then exhale, just get heavy. Doing that again. Breathe into the back body. And empty into your forward fold. Start to lift yourself back up to a seat. And for this last part, we're going to bring your mat right up against the wall to set up for legs up the wall. This is a really great inversion for the end of the day. Good way to get the blood flowing a different direction. So good for the nervous system to kind of calm things down. So what I want you to do is bring your short edge of your mat right up against a wall in whatever space you are in, or up against, it can be the back of a couch, your bed. And then what you'll do to set up is just scoot your seat right up against the wall. So actually we'll bring the outer hip against the wall. And you can lower down onto your back and then swing those legs up in the air. And you'll have to kind of wiggle yourself close to the wall. So you're in an L shape in your body, and then you can just let those legs hang. You don't have to do a whole lot in this shape. Hands are going to rest either alongside your body, or just like we did at the beginning of class, bring a hand to your heart and a hand to your low belly. Eyes can be open, or it might feel good to close them down. Really tune in. Focus on your breathing here. Inhale, feel your belly rise, your chest lift. Exhale, release. To keep your mind focused, just witness your breath over and over again. Practice of coming back to your breath is as big a part of the practice as all of the shapes, the poses we do. Anytime you feel like your attention starts to wander, just touch base with your next inhale and guide your exhale out. You can be here for as long as you need. This legs up the wall can be just a couple minutes. It could be like 20 minutes if you need. Or you can start to come down to the floor for your Shavasana. So you can lower those legs down to the mat, scoot your seat back behind you. This one doesn't have to be perfect or graceful on that transition. Just make it yours. And then right when you get down to the floor, allow yourself to, again, get comfortable. Let those arms relax, your legs go long. Allow your breath to become natural. And you can choose to rest here in Shavasana as long as you need. And then I'll guide you out in a couple minutes. Start to bring some movement back in. Wiggle out through your fingers and through your toes. And take a deep breath in. Stretch your arms up and over your head. Reach out through your legs. And roll just gently on over to one side before making your way all the way on up to a seat. As you get into a seated position, just let your hands rest in your lap for a moment. Take time to acknowledge yourself for making your way to your mat tonight. Taking this time out of your day to show up for yourself so that you are able to show up for whatever else you have going on tomorrow, tonight. And bring your hands just right into your heart center. And I offer an Om just to end, so you're free to join in with me or just listen. Empty out your breath, relax right into yourself. Take an inhale, sit up tall. And bring your hands right up to your forehead, and from my heart to yours. Namaste.